I'd probably have to say stingray tacos. It was different. You don't get a lot of seafood in that area. And I mean, you say, oh, this is really good. What is it? And say, oh, that's stingray. Oh, I've never had stingray before. That's different. I remember meeting one of our former investigators. He was military and he had some PTSD. We met him on the street and he was randomly carrying around a massive steak knife. And so while he was talking at us, he used it to point at us. We were really kind of afraid. He was safe, but definitely different. One of the most spiritual experiences I think I had was working with this sweet old lady who was working on recovering from some really major addictions. We worked with her for a really long time. And just before I left that area, she asked me if I would like to baptize her. And I was able to my last weekend there. And it was really wonderful. I think the biggest thing I learned was how to really open up to and just love people. You meet so many different people. Gilbert's a pretty big place. And it doesn't take long before you realize that you love every single one of them. And realizing how important that is and how to really apply that when you come home. You know, hey, I can really care for my neighbor and really, really help them out. Oh, everyone loves Barro's. It's a big pizza place. A lot of fun. We would go there pretty frequently, even though pizza is the most commonly served meal to the missionaries in Gilbert. Being able to talk to people, being able to come up to somebody that you have no idea who they are and introduce yourself, put yourself out on the line and try to start up a conversation. It's hard, but you got to do it. Well, no one's outside at all during that time. So that was generally when we'd start tracting, going door to door and knocking on doors. That most people feel really, really sorry for you, and they'll at least get you something to drink. I remember the dust storms pretty well. Every so often a really big storm would come through and start whipping up dust, and you never knew when it would happen. And as soon as a dust storm happens, you're supposed to head inside. Sometimes that is not an option, and so you're stuck outside in a dust storm for a little bit. That's pretty scary when you can't see 2 feet in front of you because there's dust and your eyes are watering and you can't breathe. That being said, it's really easy to get into doors again when you knock and say, hey, can I come in? There's a dust storm. After a while on my mission, things just started getting really tough. You just spend so much time giving of yourself and you work really hard, and sometimes you don't see anything from it. Sometimes you feel like you aren't being successful. And a lot of times that's really taxing on you. You get really tired and it just gets really hard. But one of the great things about the Gilbert mission is how available services are to help missionaries. Not too far out of the mission, they actually have LDS Family Services, which is a great opportunity to go and talk to someone if you're ever feeling down or if you're having any kind of a hard experience. I did that a few times. And they're really helpful. And they really helped me not just, be able to continue to be a successful missionary, but to really be able to be successful as a person in general when I got home. The members in Gilbert aren't afraid to talk to their friends if you ask them. And a lot of times when the members give you one of their friends to teach, it's a really special moment. I remember one particular woman that we taught who was referred to us, and her friend was really, really worried about us inviting her to be baptized. You know, it was a little, she felt it was a little early. She wanted us to teach her for a little bit longer before we extended the invitation. But my companion and I just felt like it was right, like she was ready. And when we asked her if she would follow the example of Jesus Christ and be baptized, well, she gave us this really funny look, and she said, well, yeah, that's the point, isn't it? And it was a lot of fun to be able to be with her and to be with the member that referred her to us at the same time, to have them see the success of missionary work happening in her own home.